in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people.
It was the first time we saw President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meet face-to-face since President Trump took office. And as you could see and hear, it ended in a very fiery exchange. Good evening, I'm Greg Warmeth.
And I'm Darlene Jones. Tonight, the fallout from that wild White House meeting is being felt around the world, and many are now wondering what happens next.
The diplomatic meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky turned into a shouting match.
But you're either going to make a deal or we're out.
Zelensky did not want to make a deal to end its war with Russia and give the U.S. a share of his country's mineral resources unless he gets security guarantees to prevent more Russian aggression. Zelensky pushed back, pointing to Putin violations of past peace plans.
He broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about?
Vice President J.D. Vance called Zelensky disrespectful and ungrateful.
I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media.
President Trump posted on social media after the meeting that Zelensky can return when he is, quote, ready for peace.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
Zelensky was ushered out of the White House early without signing a deal, and a joint news conference was canceled.
It's unclear right now what today's Oval Office blow-up will mean for the larger peace talks to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Zelensky is set to meet with the European leaders this weekend. From politicians to Ukrainians in America, people are reacting to that tense meeting.
And Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb continues our live team coverage tonight. She joins us live in the newsroom. Ashlyn, you're hearing from several in the Ukrainian community about what happened today.
Yes, I just spoke to a refugee who fled from the war zone 3 years ago, who is now living in Florida. I also spoke to several in the last hour who were born and raised in Ukraine, but now are U.S. citizens living right here in Central Florida. All that I spoke to say when they heard President Trump's and J.D. Vance's comments, they felt complete betrayal. They say there is a false narrative coming from the Trump administration that Ukraine is the aggressor. They say this today has set them back significantly from winning the war. Listen in.
President Trump and Vice President were doing today, they were actually helping Russians. They were showing that we don't have a unified front. We are broken into pieces. We're fighting among each other. We're trying to strong arm each other for, financial benefits.
The refugee I spoke to says he was not only disappointed when he heard the comments today, but in disbelief. He's on humanitarian parole here, and now he fears he could lose it.
We don't know what to do and what will be tomorrow.
That the United States has been, up until this point, Ukrainians' top ally. They say that it'll take all their allies' support to win this war. Reporting in studio, Ashlyn Webb, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
We had a meeting today, as you know, with President Zelensky, and I would say it didn't work out exactly great from his standpoint. I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up a strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week. Soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody. And we're not doing that. Now, if we don't do anything, he's going to have to make peace, but he's dealing with a very weak set of cards. if we sign, he's dealing with a very strong set of cards and that he doesn't want to make peace. So that's where we are. It's very simple. I'm not looking to get into anything protracted. I want immediate peace. President Putin is going to want to make, and he wants to end it. And you saw what I saw today. This is a man that wants to get us signed up and keep fighting, and we're not doing that, not for this country. So we're setting a lot of records. Economically, we're setting records, and I think every way we're setting records. One of the best is the right track, wrong track. You saw that.
A diplomatic disaster in the Oval Office. U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met for a high-stakes discussion, only for it to spiral into chaos. What was meant to be a strategic deal on minerals quickly turned into a heated argument. Trump accused Zelensky of gambling with World War III, while tensions escalated to the point of no return. With the deal abruptly cancelled and a press conference called off, the world is left questioning the future of U.S.-Ukraine relations. Will this rupture weaken Ukraine's defenses? Could it reshape global alliances? European leaders have condemned the confrontation, reaffirming their support for Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia watches closely, seeing an opportunity in the discord. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: this meeting could change the course of international diplomacy. What are your thoughts on this Oval Office clash? Comment below! Like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on global politics.
The air was thick with anticipation as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stepped into the White House, his mind racing with the weight of the meeting ahead. The Oval Office, a room steeped in history and power, was the setting for a crucial encounter that could determine the fate of his nation. As he was ushered in, the tension was palpable, both leaders aware of the high stakes involved. President Trump, ever the deal-maker, wasted no time in steering the conversation towards his own political interests. With a keen eye on the upcoming election, he saw an opportunity to gain leverage by pressuring Zelensky to investigate the business dealings of his political rival's son in Ukraine. The request was clear, yet shrouded in the language of diplomacy, leaving little room for misinterpretation. Zelensky, understanding the delicate balance he had to maintain, found himself in a precarious position. His country was in dire need of U.S. military aid, essential for its defense against ongoing threats. Navigating the complex and often treacherous waters of American politics, he sought to find a path that would secure the aid without compromising his integrity or his nation's sovereignty. The conversation took a dramatic turn as Trump subtly implied a quid pro quo, linking the much-needed military aid to the requested investigation. The implication hung in the air, a silent yet powerful statement that underscored the transactional nature of the discussion. Zelensky, caught in the crossfire, had to carefully consider his next move, aware of the potential consequences. Meanwhile, White House staff, acutely aware of the gravity of the situation, scrambled to manage the fallout from the meeting. They understood the potential implications of the conversation, both domestically and internationally, and worked tirelessly to contain any leaks or misinterpretations. The atmosphere was charged with urgency as they sought to mitigate the risks posed by the unfolding drama. This encounter, seemingly just another diplomatic meeting, set in motion a series of events that would lead to a historic impeachment inquiry. The ramifications of the conversation would ripple through both presidencies, altering the course of their political futures and leaving an indelible mark on history.
Join us on this journey as we explore the beauty of life, celebrate acts of kindness, and share tips on how to live a more fulfilling and positive life. Our mission is to inspire and uplift. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content. Together, let's make the world a more positive place.